ladies. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good. How about you?
It's going. That's what I'm gonna say. It's going.
It's going, and I'm glad that the day is over. But
Me too.
yeah,
I'm glad the day is
long. It's
over.
long, but it's
Yes.
okay.
It's coming to a
Okay,
close, ladies. That's what I
no,
say,
it's
right? It's
okay.
it's a busy time of year for me
Yes, it
and
is.
just work wise. And so it's just like, not enough hours in the day.
Yeah, it's not busy. It's consistent now, but it's a recovery period for, the government because of the shutdown and things like that. So you're trying to get the wheels grinding again and all of that good stuff. Yeah, it's a lot going on and this daylight savings time stuff it always throws me off. Even though I love it, it throws me off. Like when I come out of work now, it's freaking pitch black. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
God, the freaking deer, all that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I'm usually like a little hustler when I'm coming home. I drive fast. I be talking on the phone. But now that it's dark, y'all know I got a problem with my vision.
Gotta pay attention.
I be like, I can't talk right now. I was like, I gotta pay attention. But yeah, it's going and I love this time of the year. My daughter's birthday's coming up, Jared's birthday's coming up,
Yes, yes.
Christmas and all that stuff. So I really love this time of the year. So I'm just trying not to think about the things I don't want to think about and
Mm.
think about the good things that are coming. But I want to tell y'all that when I saw this video, y'all, I just said I thought it was a good topic, okay? The video was kind of shocking to me because I gasped like okay. It was about a I guess a newlywed. She was speaking as the guest. Her and her husband went to this wedding, and the bride had contacted, I guess, several guests who did not leave a present or leave a card to follow up with them. Like you hear me, follow up with them to find out what happened and when they were going to send their gift or their card. The young lady who was speaking, she seemed a little appalled too. I don't know how I would receive that if someone actually sent it to me. But so the topic is, how would you respond if a bride emailed you or contacted you about not receiving a gift? And apparently it wasn't just this one couple. It was several people. Now I don't know if she had a checklist when she went through the guests. I'm sure that's easy to do because you know who you invited, and probably who had came and compared the gifts. Like, okay, but I was at loss of words. Are we doing that now? I mean, are we doing it now? I'm just saying.
Well, I feel like what surprised me was that she did indicate in the video that this was not a young bride. So
Right, right.
this was a more seasoned woman. So I think that's what really caught me off guard because
Mm-hmm.
frankly, other than if it's my children or maybe even their best friends or a really super close cousin's child,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't really going to no weddings. I'm like kind of past that in my ministry at this point. You know what I mean? Just because
Are you
I
you shaking your head, Keisha? Really?
listen, because I ain't no baby showers in my future. I'll send a gift, but I ain't trying to go to no baby shower, no bridal shower, no nothing, right?
Oh
Because
wow.
because I feel like even though we know there are your one-offs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
My friends are not in that space anymore, right?
Right, right.
But so that was the first thing that surprised me. So the second thing was, yeah, the audacity that you would reach out to someone because now it goes to mind when my husband used to say
Right.
he doesn't like going to them because people anticipate giving gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have a party if you can't afford to have a party. So you should not be expecting anything in return. If you get it, okay. If you don't, you don't. So I kind of have that. I'm not chasing you down for a gift, but then it makes me feel like you're trying to recoup the money that you put out for um your what's the name? My menopause brain
Wedding.
don't even have me remembering what it's even called. Your reception.
Your reception.
So that's what I get from it, right? You didn't give a gift. Okay, so what if I gave you a can opener? Would you have called me?
Yeah.
I
Because
gave you some salt and
I
pepper.
would have said, Did you accidentally leave your can opener, Chauncey? And that's what I would have said. Just joking, y'all. All right. I mean, I'll give my 2 cents at the end. Keisha?
Well, I think, did the story say that after like okay, what I remember from the story is that it was the husband's coworker
Co-worker. Mm-hmm.
that they were invited to the wedding to.
Yeah.
And the husband had, so they didn't give the gift. She said she had a card, but with
She
the rush
forgot.
and everything, she forgot. And so I think the coworker, the husband's, her husband, the one that's
Uh-huh.
speaking,
Hmm.
husband spoke to them. They asked him, and he said, "Oh yeah, we forgot, and we will bring it, we'll send it, or whatever."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they didn't. Time passed, and so this lady, she wrote the note and saying, and then she said, "Well, what is the problem? Everybody else who forgot, it end up sending it in." I think that's how it went.
That's
And
even worse.
that you did not. What is the problem with you?
That's terrible.
I think that's. I think that. Did I get it right?
Yeah,
I
I was
think
just
that's
trying to,
right.
I was trying to
Okay.
Pretty
smooth it
much.
over.
So
Pretty much.
it's the thing because of because I was like, well, what is the etiquette? What are you supposed to do in that
Well,
thing?
there is a wedding etiquette. It really is.
Yeah.
It's a
So
wedding etiquette.
there's a, yeah.
It is.
But and however, you should, if you
Mm-hmm.
do something, give a gift. And it sometimes you do forget in the house, you have it in the car, or you have it
Mm-hmm.
somewhere, you're trying to get somewhere, you're like, oh my gosh, I
You left the
changed
house
bags,
without
I
it.
changed purse, I put it in this car, we end up taking that because of this reason.
Right.
So and that could be done. But and I don't know what the etiquette is of if you call somebody, are you supposed to call them? What is the etiquette for that?
There's no etiquette for
Mm-mm.
that. That's
It's no
there's no
etiquette for that.
no.
So,
None for them.
and I guess I wouldn't do it personally, but I guess it would be all right if she did not say
What she
what's
said.
wrong with you. Now
Yeah.
that's when, okay, now my attitude is going up. What's wrong with me is that I'm gonna keep my gift right here. That's
Mm.
what's wrong with me because I didn't mean not, not to do it, because if I decided to come, then I decided I'm going to bring something.
Mhm.
And
But
etiquette says within 3 months.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay, but let me
So
Thank
stop
you for
y'all. Let
looking
me
that
just
up,
let me just
Chauncey.
let me just stop y'all because at the end of the day, several things y'all all kicked out.
Okay,
One, we talk about wedding etiquette. Wedding etiquette is that usually you are supposed to make an approximation of what your dinner is going to be and times it by two as a gift for a wedding. So
for
when
cash.
for cash or gift, it has to be equivalent. So
okay.
you're supposed to do that, okay? If that is not something sealed in iron and say that you have to do anything for anybody, you know what I mean? One thing that I felt like when you hit that point, Keisha, like when she kind of emphasized like what is wrong with you, I feel like something else is going on with that person because when you have a wedding, you do not expect really for anybody to give you anything to be as some kind of repayment for you having a wedding. You know what I mean? They are the guests. You see what I'm saying? I just have it down where you know what you're supposed to do. If I forgot and she came across pleasantly, you know what I mean?
Right.
I would have been like, "Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry." You know what I mean? But the biggest point you kicked out, Keisha, that I kind of glossed over is they're not even close to this person. It's just a coworker. You see what I'm saying? You really are pushing the envelope when you are thinking that the coworker got to give a damn about you. You see what I'm saying? And approaching them, that could have went terribly wrong. You know what I mean? Really wrong. Well, it did go terribly wrong because now it's viral
Oh
and
yeah, because
put it out there.
I think she said I address you, even though that's we're co-workers with him, because you I think responded to the mail or whatever. Her name was on there, or
Like,
her
lady,
email or whatever, and that's why she responded to the lady who really didn't know them. But and then again, what Chauncey said, when you're kind of older, aren't you established and kind of have your stuff anyway? And it's just I'm just inviting people because I want them to celebrate the day with me, and not so much of I don't need another pot. I don't need a crock pot. I don't need a
exactly. I
blend.
don't even
I
want
don't need a blender.
that.
I
Well,
don't
it's
need,
kind
because
of
I already had that. If I was the younger version of me,
right.
bought all of
Yeah,
those things.
yeah.
Right. And see, that's why for me,
A cup
when
holder.
I got married,
Wonderful.
it was a second marriage. I
Mm-hmm.
got married, I was in my 40s. And so it was a we're going here, whoever so wants to come, come. You know what I mean? And so the gift is that you came to Miami with us on the beach and you were there with us to share the day. You spent what you spent to come there. Now
Mm-hmm.
you have to take advantage of having a vacation while you're there. That's how I assumed what you would do. And then when we go to dinner, everyone pays for themselves.
But
So then now,
And
y'all are expecting people to have common sense and grace. You know what I mean? I'm just
yeah,
being honest.
no, listen,
Yeah.
and how many people reached out and like, sis or friend, I wanted to come, but because
Yeah.
of the time of year, it's a little too expensive, or I couldn't get away, or it's outside my budget, whatever the case may be. And I understood, right? So, but the expectation of getting something, especially it's your second marriage, like you said, I already live in a house, I already have things, I already have my kitchen appliances. What else? Am I looking for? I just want you all to be there with us to enjoy the day. That's it.
Well, I think that I'm just going to put this out here because I can be wrong. I think it's the culture we live in now. I think that the culture we live in now, just think about what people do for baby showers. We got a whole big thing for for reveals for babies and all kind of things. The emphasis on what you should be doing and giving the people is now heightened 100%.
because you got to sip and see. You
Yeah,
say
it's so many
you
things
got
out
the
here like,
reveal. You
yo.
got the it's a whole lot of events before the baby come here,
The
and then
baby
after
even
if
come.
you
The
got to
baby
sit
ain't
and
even. The
see the
baby like
baby
a
if you
size
bring
of a
the gift.
squirrel nut, and people are still up there playing and having big elaborate things. I'm like, but I love it because I do event space design. Keep on having them. So I'm
Fabulous.
just so when I think about it, I'm like, I think we have changed the culture for now what we can get. I'm just a little ashamed. I'm gonna say I'm ashamed of this person that would approach somebody else and have a list and throw other people in the mix too to say that they did this, but you ain't get around to do this. You don't know what somebody's life is like. You know what I mean? They could just be struggling. How about if they didn't have it? You see what I'm saying? They just came to enjoy the wedding.
Yeah, they came to support you.
Yeah. How about
They
zero
came to
people at the
support
wedding?
you.
Because you
Or
nasty.
or things change from the time that you invited them and they sent back their RSVP. And look at what happened with the shutdown. Imagine if
Exactly.
people, so was I not supposed to come to your wedding because I'm in a government shutdown and wasn't getting a paycheck? So you either
That's what
wanted
you
me to
pretty
be a
much
part of,
saying.
yeah, you know what I mean? So you either pretty much wanted me to be a part of the day or you didn't. But if this is supposed to be transactional, then that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day.
I'm just saying that y'all might be wrong. I think that we're in an environment where it's transactional now.
That's crazy. So
Yeah,
then therefore, if it's transactional, for me, I don't even want you at your wedding. If we have that kind of relationship and it's strictly transactional, then
yeah.
you don't need to be at my wedding. It might be some things I would invite you to if I'm having a jewelry party or a candle party, then I would invite you because that's transactional event.
So let
But
me pose a question to y'all. Do you
Okay.
think you'll think the same way if you were younger? We're older in season. Do you think you'll be thinking the same way if you were younger and having your wedding and
yeah,
you
I
paying out? Like,
I would. Because that's where the size comes from. To me, then that's where your finances come in. How many people can I have? And because the wedding is a public event. Anybody can come to the wedding, especially if you're having a church, right? You can have 1,000 people, but everybody ain't invited to the
But
reception.
the reception is, yeah.
Okay, that's supposed to be based on what your budget is, not
and
what you
what your
think you gonna
relationship
get.
is with the people that you
Your budget and
yeah.
your relationship, right? But not what you think you're gonna get. Because to me, if it's mostly family, you gonna get less when it's family than you will
Girl, who
sometimes
you
when it's
saying? Girl, you might not even get the card. You might get the white envelope that somebody was sat in the car and they all put their $5 in there and licked it and gave it to you and put your name on it. That's what
ew.
you got. I'm just saying,
I
y'all
just
jump in their
I
cars and be like, "You come on, you gonna come put your name on it? Come on, put your stuff in there, and that's your gift." You know what I mean? And you already know, like family could be worse than than people, just your friends, your coworkers. So let's keep it real. I'm just saying times must have changed. So you better go on down to the justice of peace, keep your money and buy a house and move on. And if you're already seasoned, take that money and put it away for your retirement. Because if you're closer to it, you see what I'm saying? Don't spend it if you expecting something to come back because you're gonna be disappointed every time. If you got a whole damn list about people who didn't do what they you say they supposed to do, you got some other issues going on. I hope the marriage lasts. I mean, I know a person that did something similar. Like they had a whole blown out wedding, looked like they was on Love and Hip Hop weddings and things like that. And when I tell you, afterwards, the husband didn't have a job even before the wedding, and she was so pissed off about what she put out. Like she told me it was like almost 60,000, and she got back like 10,000 from gifts. I'm saying gifts
Well,
and
see,
money.
that right there didn't even make sense. First of
I
all,
know.
if you don't have a job, then that money should, yeah.
I ain't never
You
told
gonna
y'all about
spend
the story about my friend that
No.
60
went and had
thousand?
that big giant wedding. Her mother had died years before. Her father took out this loan.
Oh
He
no.
was set, he was going to retire in a few years and
Oh
took
no.
out this loan for her to get married to have this big elaborate wedding. And he asked her, "Are you sure this is what you want? Are you sure this is what you're doing?" Suffice to say, less than 2 years later, her and the husband broke up. They decided they was going to consciously uncouple and all of that. And the dad was like, "I want my money back."
Oh,
And from both of y'all, figure it out. I want my money back.
well, you
Because you,
don't
it
get
wasn't even 2 years. He
it.
wanted
Go
his money
get
back.
it.
And he told her, he was like, "Y'all better do, I don't care if you go on your 401k. I don't care what you do, because I went into mine. Now I can't retire. I done spent almost
Oh
a hundred thousand
no.
dollars on a wedding, and now y'all not even together no more. This supposed to be an investment in your future." And I was like, "Yeah, because
Are
everybody
you
had it
daddy? You
twisted.
should have brought them a house.
You'd
Exactly.
you'd have
And that
figured
was the
out
thing
better."
when I was got married, then that's when my parents said, would you like a wedding or would you like me to put the down payment of the house? Down payment of the house.
I know that's right.
And I was
Exactly.
like,
I
no,
know that's right. Well,
Exactly.
they had to give him back his money because he was serious. He was going to take him to court. And he said, "I want my money
I
back."
don't even know if he would have won. You know what I mean? It's probably because it's your parents and you just feel like, damn, I done jacked them up and I need to do what's right. Now, I know some kids
hmm
that wouldn't gave a damn, but I'm just saying,
Well,
like,
whatever happened, she knew he was serious. She knew,
that's sad. That's
and
so
both of them,
sad.
and they wind up staying together 2 more years to put their finances together to give him back that money.
Well, I'm
And
glad they
well, at
respected
least they
that.
gave him
even
back.
though they still wind up breaking up, they're still friends and stuff today. They're still very close and everything. But they gave her father his money back because he wasn't playing. I was like, "All right, I think he ain't playing. Y'all better give him his money back." And they did. So it just,
Well, at least they did that.
yeah.
Yeah, they
But
did
I,
that.
but like you said, Kim, everything is transactional. But to me, if you have those type of people in your life, even if you're that person,
Hmm.
then you just need to go to the justice of the peace, because you counting gifts, you going through lists,
I
you
don't even want
contacting
no
people.
gift. I'm not lying. I don't. Y'all know I'm planning my 20th this year, and I just want everybody to come and have a good time, like it's their vacation, and have a good time. You know what I mean? Because I already live in my house, and I don't need no gifts. That's gonna be something I got to throw in the garage. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
You gonna get a crock pot, Kim.
Please don't forget. And hear me now if you're
Wait a
listening
minute.
Yeah.
now.
She
We're
don't
trying to
cook.
get a
I,
crock
Wait a
I do
pot.
minute.
not cook, and
She
I got
don't
three.
cook.
I got three crock
They're
pots.
gonna learn with a crock pot.
Look,
Wait a minute. She don't even cook. Like
I
everybody
don't.
goes.
Y'all would be better off buying me a sandwich maker or something like that so I can make me a grilled cheese.
I'm gonna buy her some cardigans. That's what I'm gonna buy her. I'm like,
Exactly,
I
because
know
you
she.
know I love me some cardigans. Give me that look, and y'all can give my husband a gift card to any supermarket because he like that, not me. Don't buy no crock pot. Matter of fact, don't buy nothing with a plug. How about that? Nothing with a plug. Do that. So I'm just saying, this is a good episode, y'all. And y'all,
Wow, this is
I just,
cute.
I mean, I think that we're different type of people, and the stuff
Yeah.
we see, we just got to feel sorry for some people because I hope the marriage work. I'm gonna say that. I hope the marriage work. Like you said, Chauncey, many people I know that have big extravagant weddings, it don't last, and
Right.
I don't know why, but I'm
And
just
I And I'm gonna be honest with you, Kim, even
Uh-huh.
though the woman didn't say, I don't think this was an extravagant wedding to boot. After all of that, I don't even think it was an extravagant wedding. I think she was string cheesing it on a shoestring budget. And that's why she had to go down her list to start calling
Oh
folks. Because
God,
at the
like
end of the day, she didn't count correctly. And so she didn't have a good budget for her wedding.
oh my
If
God.
you
If she
there ain't
would have
this
called me, I'm like, I'm gonna end this. I'd be like, hello? Did you get the wrong number? What? You need to double check because I gave you my price.
No, if that's from the husband job, then I'd have been like, yeah, the gift was I let him keep his job because I knew he was getting married. I didn't fire his behind.
Exactly. And then you know that's all around the workplace now. Now everybody embarrassed. You know what I mean? Just stop it. You know.
I know.
All right. Okay, y'all. Great episode. Check us
Yeah.
out next Wednesday when we drop a new one. Have a wonderful week on purpose, and we'll see you then. Take care.
Bye.